Hi, Dr. Carmen McGuinness. Today we're going to talk about long and short-term goals. Stay with me. Hi, Dr. Carmen McGuinness back with you. So, long and short-term goals. You might have seen some presentations on this titled in the reverse, short and long-term goals. Well, that's the first thing that I want to talk about today. That, to me, is one of the most common errors that I see as a behavior analyst, as a psychologist, and as a teacher, is that people set their goals backwards. They start from the short-term goals and hope to work up to the long-term goals. But we should always instead start with the longest term goals that we have and let the short-term goals follow it. Kind of like the little tails of a kite. Those little tails help support the kite, help keep it in the air. In the same way, your short-term goals should help you move towards your long-term goals, your dreams. So, for instance, if you want to own and manage your own ice cream store, which is what I recently heard from a young woman that I met in Sarasota when I was on holiday there, say by the time you're 30 years old, then your short-term goals should support that long-term goal. So your short-term goals might be get a job working in an ice cream store, which is what she was doing as she was walking in, and I accidentally bumped into her with my ice cream, and she said she was going in for an interview. So learn about food service management might be another short-term goal. Look into franchising opportunities versus independent brands. Save a portion of your paycheck towards starting the shop. That one's big. Start considering location. These are all short-term goals that are going to move you toward that long-term goal of owning your own ice cream shop by the time you're 30. These steps support your long-term goal, your dream. So here's another example. Let's say your long-term goal is to earn a doctoral degree. That's one that I had in the past. Your short-term goals might be cutting back on late stays at the office so that you'll have time for your studies. Very important. Setting up a home office space where you can print and review and submit your assignments. That's actually the very space that I'm presenting to you from today. Maybe buying a new laptop, something that I did leading up to starting my doctoral degree. Or just perhaps upgrading your software and cleaning up your desktop so that you have storage place for your assignments. And if you're a single parent, of course, you're going to need to arrange for childcare, not only during class time, but also enough for study time. Another example, say you want to join a theater group. You've wanted to perform in a theater group since you were a small child, perhaps. Your short-term goals might be to find and list all the local opportunities to join a theater group. Attend performances given by each of these groups, and perhaps get to know some of the performers, talk to people that have actually had something to do with the group. One more example, and then we're going to go into the next level of my talk. A lot of people make weight loss a goal this time of year. Short-term goals for weight loss might include research various diets, considering, of course, your blood type and food preferences. Take an online course in healthy eating. Visit the doctor for, a regular checkup, but also to make sure that there's nothing going on that's driving your weight gain and that it's actually healthy for you to start a weight loss, perhaps a weight training program. Find recipes for healthy food. And of course, if you dine out often, you don't want to take that away from yourself. So you're going to identify restaurants that support your long-term goal of losing however much weight you decide you need to lose. Now, on to the next level of my talk. 3 important points. 3. Number 1, keep an open mind and an open heart. Always. This is good advice always in your life, but certainly for goal setting. Yes, your short-term goals are meant to support your long-term goal, but allow your short-term goals to inform your long-term goal as well. Just as the wind speaks to the tails of that kite that I mentioned earlier, your heart also speaks to your mind. If you find that your long-term goal needs adjustment, simply do it. This approach will keep you safe from feeling that you've abandoned a goal, that in fact has only been informed by short-term goals and revised to better serve you. Number 2, identify benchmarks and reward yourself for them. So in the example of owning your own ice cream shop, getting that first job is huge, as is the point at which you've saved $1,000 toward the shop. These are 2 benchmarks that you might set and reward yourself for. In the case of the doctorate, actually making the application is a benchmark. I remember celebrating the night that I made application to do my doctorate. Diets are more obvious. Reaching particular weights along the way is a built-in benchmark. Now, this takes us to the topic of what kind of rewards to give yourself. Just as short-term goals should support your long-term goal, so too should rewards. So no coconut cream pie when you've just lost 10 pounds. That would be dumb. Better to take yourself shopping instead. Maybe buy something that finally fits and is going to look even better on you when you've lost that next 10. Number 3, no deadlines. No calendar or clock watching when you're goal setting. Time and how long you have left till you turn 40 or plan to retire or even how long you have left to live has nothing to do with long and short-term goals. The words long and short are only markers of big and small, or primary and secondary, or the kite and the tails of the kite. The only date that really matters is today. So if it's an ice cream store that you want, you better start setting short-term goals that support your dream today. I hope this has been helpful. If my words resonate, please like and do subscribe. Also a reminder, my online course, Raising Your Inner Child, is now live. Please visit the course page for more information or take a free sample lesson. The link is in the description box. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for my midweek sneak peek. Until then, have a wonderful week.